never mind. Oh,
Hey everybody, welcome back to a brand new video. My name's Mr. BP, and today it's my turn to zero one of our opponents. In this case, it's a member of GW9. His name is Yi Mian Ying. If I pronounce it right, I don't know. He was sitting at 170 million might, and one of my guildmates sent the scout report in line, and I was stuck in a darkness rally, but I really wanted to take a rally this time. Really wanted to do it myself, lead it. So what I did was I left the guild and talked to an R4, like, could you let me back in? Because if you leave the guild, your troops will automatically be withdrawn from the darkness rally. And since the rally leader wasn't online at that moment, I chose to do it that way. So I poured it over and I called everybody in, like, you know, let's rally this guy. And the scout report said he had 1.6 million troops. And as you can see, he's sitting at 170 million might. And he was pretty evenly mixed, but he was a little heavier on the range side. Like, he had 500k tier 1 ranged, and he had a little more ranged in tier 4s than he had infantry and cavalry. So I chose to go in infantry phalanx with infantry and cavalry only. And yeah, this guy was sitting in monster gear, so that wasn't really smart of him. So my advice to you, even if you shield when you go to bed, when you sleep, or when you have to go to work or go to sleep in your war gear, because you never know if you miss your rally or your shield and you get rallied. So in this case, that happened to Yi Mian Ying. Like I said, 170 million might. I was changing gears. People were worried that I wasn't quick enough to change my gear, but I always change my gear at the last moment. So just in case he was online, he couldn't counter my gear. So basically knowing what I was already doing. But a lot of people were panicking, so I decided to change my gear a little too soon, actually. I don't have a quick swap for the infantry cavalry lineup, so I did it a little bit before so I could be sure. And as you can see, all my guildmates are speeding up, and here is the rally walk-in, sitting at 170.5 million might, and here it's going to hit, and we got a burn. Now, that was a great hit. Dino wanted the leader, so I let my guildmate zero him out, and let's take a look at how much it hurt. Well, we lost 75,000 T3s. He lost almost 1.5 million troops. That's gotta hurt. And I'll show you in the battle report that he lost mostly T4s, because lo and behold, he didn't have any infirmaries. So he just dropped down in total after my guildmates zeroed out what was left, like 100k. He dropped down to 129 million. And after that hit, I was looking around and seeing if there were any people left to zero, and I found somebody else, somebody from WERLC1020, and my guild already saw what was happening, and they said, "You are speeding your scouts. He is not empty." And I said, "Nope, he's not." So I went over there. He didn't have a lot of troops, so it's not a really interesting hit, but since I was still in infantry and cavalry talents, I decided to go ahead and do actually the exact same thing I did in my first hit. So he was sitting at 96 million. I don't actually recall. Yeah, 96 million. I dropped him down to like 89 million. On the first hit, I burned him. And as you can see, I dropped him 5 million. He had 112,000 left. And those were mostly stealth snipers, like 1,000 cavalry left. So I decided to go full infantry and try to capture his leader. So let's see what happens on the second hit. He's still not online, so apparently he didn't have his notifications on, or he was sleeping. Yeah. So for everybody that's watching this, Make sure if you go to bed in your war set, go to bed in your war gear. And here I take his leader. So that's another 0 for you. And I hope everybody enjoyed this video. Make sure to leave a like, give a comment to this video, subscribe to my channel, and until next time, thank you all for watching. And as usual, this is Mr. BP signing out.